Welcome to Procedural. We try to word. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click on the bell so you can get notification when we are ready to go live or when we have new video rolling out the door. And click on those other things too to make sure that that YouTube knows that y'all like me, so that I can get a little grocery funding for bringing this fight to the table. Okay, so the Prosecutor Eliminator package has been, I don't want to say restructured because I already got a runner because I told him it was getting updated. He decided, well, after I'd done the research on him, and he already was going to scam me anyway, or try. He was going to try, okay? But, it don't matter. That package has been updated, upgraded, but there was nothing wrong with the other package, okay? Just doing some work with my foster kid and beating them people down over there. And anytime that I put together documents for my family, they have to go in the premium package. Okay, I'm sure y'all understand. Okay, so let's just do a screen share. Now this, I'm just going to share you guys front page. I know maybe I'll go to the second page. We're not going to show you everything here. This video is going to be for the people who haven't invested in the package yet. And then after you invest in the package, you'll get the other video that shows me going through the entire document, each page of the document. Okay, so here you go, $50 million lawsuit for $1, and you change the red font so you can add or whatever you want to do, or reduce it if you think you need to. For fraudulent concealment, a violation of 42 U.S.C. 1983, due process, violation of the separation clause in the Constitution. $50 million lawsuit, you changed the red font, due process, a violation of the separation clause in the Constitution, and violation of the Foreign Agent Registration Act of 1938, FARA, which is a federal law. So you can see right here, we're bringing this claim under administrative law, equity, and the Uniform Commercial Code. And this claim will address the following violations caused by the government's day-to-day procedures and policies which violate the Constitution and obstruct the administration of justice. Now, this is why I don't need to hear all of the shit that people want to tell me, or whatever. Okay, if you didn't injure anybody or damage their property, then we need to be talking about this. The rules and policies and shit that allow them to obstruct the administration of justice. And basically, in a nutshell, right up here, adding the Supreme Court, because the local court rules that violate your due process come from the Supreme Court. Yeah, it's taken me a long time to put that shit together. With the help of the real-time feedback. Okay, y'all know. Y'all ass know what I'm talking about. So the factual allegations, I don't mind going through them because this is the shit. And then the lawsuit proves this. All right. So the factual allegations, we'll just go through them right there. And when the government employee signed in place of judicial officer of the court of violated separation clause, that generally reflects the police officer signing in the ticket or whatever. Oh, wait. They have other officers screwing people over, like the clerk. Their clerk signs shit all day long, and the judge ain't, And that's why whenever I got something hot going on, I teach people, you got something hot going on, and you about to get pushed off the cliff, you make sure that you mail a copy to the judge's chamber, and on it you put judge's chamber in black marker, and make the judges whatever sign for it. That shit. So the second one, statutes and codes are not valid laws because they don't have enacting clauses, bodies, or the three elements necessary to make them a valid law. Otherwise, it's a statute. It's a public policy. It's a corporation. And Title 18 was never ratified. And I had some idiot on YouTube challenging, what proof you got? You know what? You don't need to see my proof. Just look the shit up. And if it don't have an enacting clause or title and a body, it's shit, and it wasn't ratified. And then after you do that, If you want the proof, let me know, and I'll let you know what it's going to cost. Come on now. Oh, I ain't worried about backing my shit up because my shit's kicking these people are using my shit to kick these people's ass. So people come bring that shit to your table. I'm like, dude, go do your homework. All right, judge and a prosecutor are not registered with the Foreign Agent Registration Act of 1938, which is a federal law that was enacted in 1938. I looked this shit up. Now, if you want to learn about this, and I had a young man call me and whatever, I didn't think at the time, you have to put of 1938 on there, or you're going to pull up Cornell Law Library Administrative watered down bullshit. If you don't believe me, go do it. The court has no jurisdiction because acts committed within the state or wherever you are, whether good evil purposes or whether honest criminal intent or not, cannot be made as an offense against the United States unless it has some relation to the execution of power of Congress or some matters within jurisdiction of the United States. See, United States versus Fox or whatever. Oh, why is that? That is because that shit is statutes, and statutes are not federal statutes. They're not violent laws either. Y'all ass don't get caught up in the freaking words. Okay, just remember, if you're remembering what they told you, it's a lie. So that's the quickest way to put that shit to bed. So the prosecutor scammed the plaintiff when he or she failed to inform him that she was in an administrative court operating from the local rules structured by the same corporation, paying the judge and the prosecutor. Okay, come on now, work with me. Now, we said the local rules are from the Supreme Court, but that's not what they tell your ass when you go to the website. That's not what they tell your ass when you look the shit up. So they make it look like each location does their own thing. Oh, so we sue them both. Because local rules violate the due process and obstruct the administration of justice because they're not fair. They're not connected to the Constitution. They're not connected to anything I know about except these people's bank account over here and the 401ks, the offshore stuff, and all of, the summer home. The golf course pass. Number 8, the fraudulent concealment of the administrative court process is a fatal error, and the statute of limitation is told. Fraudulent concealment is a legal doctrine that tolls the statute of limitations. Now, these fools don't use it like we do, you know? Who got to wait till the toll? Why don't we use that beginning to stop that shit? Because if it'll toll the statute of limitations at the end, wait, do you want to use it at the end or you want to use that shit right now? I'm not that smart, but I'm not a freaking moron. So we're going to use it right now. And the attorney going to be like, how do you argue that? I don't know. We ain't arguing shit. You stick the facts right in the judge's face or whoever's face got to look at this stuff. And you let them see. If you don't stop this, the statute of limitations is never told. I'll be back as many damn times as... Come on now. Work with me here. All right. I think that fraudulent concealment situation placed in front of the thing is right there. Oh, now, know what I know about their situation, about how they run their shit, about how they screw people over, about how they run you all over the country when you stand up to them and they tell you that you're mentally ill, and about how they send your ass back for a mental evaluation, and about how they send your wife off for. I don't like to work hard, and for what I'm charging for, it's a small amount. You know, like James Brown said, just a little bit. Okay, we need to have our shit kicking ass and move it on. Yeah, and I like being on a winning team. I ain't lying. Them assholes told me they got a 98% conviction rate. I'm in there. Okay, I'm listening to all these people who went through the same shit they put me and my family and my girlfriend through. Okay, then they sent me back for a forced medication order. I spent all my time in a law library. And I met a lot of people in there that stood up to them. Most of the people that were in there that weren't mouthy as me were in there because they figured out how to tap into the trust and how to do all this stuff with the money. That's not my thing. I like kicking the attorneys' asses and prosecutors' asses. I like making their ass suffer on this side for what they put our family through, what they put my wife through. That's why I do this. If you ever have any question about why I do this, go to YouTube channel, look up My Story, the My Story video. So this fraudulent concealment is pretty badass, and they violate separating clause in the Constitution, and this is a federal law right here. Now, we toned this down. We have some more shit in there, too. We don't need all that other shit, okay, because they ain't going to get past that. And we just, you can see right there, we're on page 2, page 3. Okay. This is document number 2. Now, when I'm going through this, I'm not talking about the order that you file, because y'all actually going to have to go check out the updated instructional video, and you're going to have to understand if you're the difference between judicial and non-judicial, because that makes a difference in where you actually start. But, I'm just going to go through the documents real quick here. This is demand to strike the appearance of the state players from the Attorney General's office. So you would need to use this for how you need. If you need to strike something that they rule against you, you need to strike the last. What we're doing is we're stopping the state court process or the federal court process, if that's where you're starting at. You stop that process and then get your shit filed in the other court. And so corporation can't represent itself. So the prosecutor is getting paid by the state. And the prosecutor is, saying that they was injured. Now, this is one of the punching documents, and so was the prior one. These would be things that I would consider filing before I actually filed the counterclaim or the actual lawsuit in their stuff. Okay, demand for default, obviously, you guys know what that is. So we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on that. And so the reason we're demanding for default is because they're not able to respond to none of the other stuff, allegations over in the prior documents that we filed. Now, this is right here. It's pretty old. Right here is pretty badass. So this is your demand for sanctions pursuant to Rule 11 and challenging their court's jurisdiction. This is like a mini lawsuit that you file in their shit without having to pay filing fees, without having to kiss their ass, without having to do a bunch of stuff. File this shit, email it out to them. Now, most people mail it to them too. I don't spend the time wasting money in the mail. I email it to them, and I put it right on the certificate of service. All the parties are emails. All the emails are right there. I put all the email addresses in there so everybody can see everybody's email. The goal here is not to win. The goal is to make them go sit their happy asses down. And you do that by forcing them to visualize their shared liability. Now, I would have a little fun before I filed this, is what I would do if I was you. But it depends on how you want to roll. Because I like punching their ass around and making them go give up. But you can make them give up first, but you got to get the kicking in before they hit the ground. Or to punch in or something in. I don't care if they're going down, kick their ass. What are you going to do? Call a foul on you? I'm the coach. I'm the referee too. Oh, all right, sorry. I got a little carried away on that. Now, this one right here is, this is badass right here. This one is the supplemental pleading document. The supplemental pleading document that we use to add the Supreme Court to, to the stuff you already filed a lawsuit against. And so that's why I don't, you can just copy and paste your stuff. And now across the top of here, I got on all the documents, but you got to copy and paste these in Word before you make changes. And you got to save the original clean in case you need it later, in case something happens, in case you lose it, and that's why I put that there. But this goes into the Tuckers Act, and it just had a short and plain statement of the deal. But I'm not going to go down to the fire part of it. But this document is a document that you can file if you need to change something. And if you're already in their face and they're screwing with you, then this is what you would step up to heat. This document's added in the Supreme Court. That's a problem for them. And they ain't gonna want to talk about that. Now, the demand for summary judgment. This is obviously something you'd file in the end of the program. Well, not so. When you crush the state court, maybe you'd use this in federal court, but I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, well, because I'm going to tell y'all asses right now that they're going to screw with you in federal court too. They're going to do the same bullshit that they're doing right now. They're going to try. They're going to try. But here's the thing. Well, you're already going to be suing the Supreme Court, so that's going to be a situation. But here's the other thing. It don't matter if the federal judge throws your shit out. It don't matter. If you're filing in state court and they throw your shit, it don't matter. Well, they can't. The state court can't respond to federal court case law. Okay? So that's the automatic caveat, kick them in the face when you get my shit. And I have in there the law that from the court, U.S. Supreme, that you can file higher court case law in Florida. But the problem is they can't respond to that shit with state court bullshit. So my stuff automatically jams up the state court process. Oh, I gotta be, but coach, they did this, they did that. Dude, you're kidding me right now. Okay, they did that shit. Okay, because you didn't watch the updated instruction video or any other of the damn instructional videos. Because when you file my shit and use it like it's conventional and go sit the hell down and wait, I'm waiting for them to rule. All right, you know what? I'm messing with somebody's ass because why would you wait for them to rule when you know you're getting screwed over at the gate in the first damn place? So, I'm sorry. That's, and people, not a lot of people, but some people do that. And then they complain that they did everything. No, but, I make people use words, and I use my words too. And, that comes back later to point everything out at the end. And it also helps me understand where your head is, how much you understand where you are with what's going on. So when you use your words, people send me screenshots and all this shit, and I have ADD. I can take that shit and twist it a whole bunch of different ways. Oh, that's how we got on the path we're on right now. Okay, so, this is one of my punching documents that I'm real proud of. Oh, wait. Before we talk about this, I didn't finish. When the judge dismisses your stuff, because I know they're going to. What I also know is they're not going to provide a fact of findings They're not going to provide a fact of findings and the conclusions of law. Oh, that's what you need to have in a judicial setting to be fair and have due process, because that due process is an opportunity for your ass to appeal the decisions here, okay? Now, I'm just working this out in my head as I go. If anybody think I got it twisted up, leave a comment. That due process, but when you get screwed, court that's not connected, when you get screwed in an administrative court, it's not aligned with the Constitution or federal law or anything except these assholes' pocketbook, bank account, foreign account. Okay, sorry. You know what I'm saying? So one day because my girlfriend probably thought I was a freak, because I'm gonna learn how to stop the court's funding. Could I block the court from getting money? Oh, I'm just going to show you guys this one because I'm totally out of control. This is a temporary restraining order to block federal funding going to the state. And pursuant to the spending clause, Article 1, Section 8, Clause 1 of the United States Constitution for deprivation of rights against the state citizen. Oh, so if the judge is going to deny your shit, the judge is not going to provide a fact of finding and a conclusions of law. So let's just halt everything to this, okay? Just right to this and pretend it's the end. Oh, could it be the end? Could the end of this bullshit for you be as soon as the judge rules? I don't know. Okay, what judge you gotta get the rule? All right, cause this some hot shit right here. Ain't a whole bunch of people jumping up. All right, but let's stay focused. All right, you already know, judge is not going to do a fact of findings and a conclusions of law, which means they drag your happy ass into their administrative court operating from. Oh, so if the judge ignores you when you get to what you would like to be the end, that lawsuit that we talked about at the top of the page there, the 2026 prosecutor, yeah. You can put the judge's name in there and take prosecutor name right out. Oh, judge, prosecutor. Oh, you switch that shit just like that. And now, come on now, y'all ass need to keep up with me. Now you're suing the judge for that. I don't know. Now you're suing the judge for that shit. It don't have nothing to do with the crap and all the arguing or whatever. Or maybe you can sue him for that. Oh, just, chopping that shit down to keep it simple. Because we ain't that smart. Demand a strike, the magistrate judge's order, whatever. The judge's order, judge's decision, the attorney's entry of appearance, because none of them are registered as a foreign agent in violation of federal law. So the judge violated 28 U.S.C. Section 636. Now, this is one of the documents that I put together for Tammy, which that's her name right there. So you guys are going to have to change that out. She's in Tennessee. Judge, this is, now you can add, you don't have to get stuck in the magistrate judge shit, okay? You can't use my shit if you limit your ass, okay? You can put any judge's name in there. She took jurisdiction without signed consent form. The other judges are taking jurisdiction, they're in administrative court, and they don't have the legal authority to do that. If you remember, the reason why we're here is to address the shit that happened at the gate, not to stop the pleading hearing or this or that. You stop the shit at the gate and make the player, the corporation that's paying the person to rule, the corporation that's paying the person to bring the shit before the person to rule, paying these people who are snitching. Oh, now you got a whole new program. Yeah, I got a whole new program. Now, one of the things that I want to say to family in the program, and her name starts with an N, so I'm just going to call her Nora. Because I don't have permission to use her to say whatever. When you find this prosecutor shit, this criminal shit, they say they trash your name, they do a bunch of shit that ain't right. And not a lot of people want to have all that, their name or whatever, because they came here to get that shit crushed before they feel the burn anymore than they're burning to get them here. Work with me here. I do have a plan where, so when you get here, we want to protect your rights too. We don't want to have you worried. I don't get a lot of video reviews on this situation because it's real easy to do like what I did with Duran, the dude that's trying to stiff me for the $1,450, and I already pulled up his case, used all my stuff in it. Okay, so his personal information is already going to be posted, but I don't do that to other people. So Nora asked me a question today, and she made a statement or something, and she said she wanted to make this prosecutor who's been harassing her husband pay. So we're going to talk about that in a minute, as soon as we get done. Got a couple of more to do. I'm trying to stay focused here. Now, this is also included in the other premium package. So your demand to strike. We don't worry about we're demand to strike. We're the demand to strike anything filed by a licensed attorney for attempted obstruction of justice and fraudulent concealment. So remember, fraudulent concealment can tolls the statute of limitations. End of the story. It doesn't say how many years. I looked the shit up. So now you're coming in the door to strike their shit for the fraudulent concealment. It's like letting them know, hey, my legal team already told me that y'all asses, that I could bring this shit back and stick it in y'all asses anytime it's fraudulent concealment if I use that. So they decide to just use it at the gate, to dump the shit at the gate. Oh, you think the judge wants to deal with this? No, we ain't doing no appeal because we already told you you can't do no appeal bullshit because the appeals court, the appellate court, is the one, the Supreme Court makes the rules for all of them. And, okay, y'all with me? Fraudulent concealment. Everything they do is fraudulently concealed. Think about it. Every freaking thing they do is fraudulently concealed. Whoa. So you people that are doing this on your own, change that shit around. Take all that administrative shit out of there. Put in fraudulent concealment. Go with the 42 U.S.C. Jam the ass up for the Tucker's Act. The Tucker's Act is another federal act, which is a law. I looked it up, and it strips their asses of their qualified immunity that they think they have. Oh, wait. What the hell's qualified mean? Qualified immunity. That means that you got to qualify for that shit. Oh, in a judicial function. Look it up. That's the exact words they use. I'm a freak. I remember that shit. Okay, let's get done. Okay, so the last one is just the Affidavit of State Citizenship. And it has nothing to do with the court battle because they're just going to ignore this. This is what I add in the thing, and then there's also a diplomatic immunity document that you should get to teach you how to fill out the passport to get the card. And this you can fill and you pay where to screw with their head. Get your card filled out, and then this blocks you from the police harassment. Later on down the road, when you start punching their asses in the face. Okay, so Nora, made a connection with me, and she was talking about she ain't having this messing with her husband. Nora, I got you. I understand. Stockly understand. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to share some tips with you that you can use. Shattered by Corruption. That's my girlfriend's book. The tips. You can get that on Amazon. It's bestseller. It's really short. It has to be like this big. For each of us to have everything that we each went, then we have other books like this big for our kids. Okay, never mind. Oh, yeah, I never showed you guys the back part of it. Oh, that's the back part of it. Oh, over there. Damn it. Sorry. That's not a problem with the book. And their fingernail is chipped. Damn it. Okay, dude, I got priorities, all right? Okay, so let's just talk about this for a minute. And I need to go eat because this shit is making me hungry. Making them pay. How I make them pay? You need to learn. Learn everything there is to learn about it. Yep. My foster kid, the judge, that gentleman, my foster kid, she owns property down the street. Oh. Well, she owns that shit. And she turned into an LLC because she thinks that people can't sue it. Oh, I'll sue an LLC all day long. I'll sue the LLC for their corporate charter. Bam! Oh, can they stop me? You can sue people for the stinking socks that they got on their freaking feet. Oh, so what is... if you control the corporate charter, then your ass will have a seat on the board of directors. I'm a freak. I looked this shit up. Oh, and now you can help their corporation come up with some rules, some policies that are in line with the Constitution so people ain't getting screwed like what your family's going through. Can you do that? You can do more shit. I'm just serial. Oh, how about what I do? I invest in, I subscribe to People Looker. And then I look their ass up. I look them up on People Looker. I look and see if they got any criminal records. Oh, you'd be surprised. I found a federal prosecutor that had 2 different names. Oh, her name's on the streets, different name. Her name doing the shit's different name. I wonder why. Well, I'm sure she wasn't happy because I made a video about it. Yeah, and so the judge that's in my foster kid's divorce case owns property down the street from the courthouse. And I'm looking it up because we're adding that shit too. We're adding that shit as damages. The judge, the prosecutor, you can add their personal property, their assets, all of their shit to whatever lawsuit you put together. They don't have no damn immunity. All of that immunity bullshit is lies. Why? I'm going to keep it simple because they're in administrative court. Look that shit up. I mentioned it earlier at the top of the show. Damn, Chip, what the hell? Okay, sorry. I need to not be focused on my nails. I looked that shit up earlier. Damn, that one's broke off. Anyway. I looked that shit up, and it says they have qualified immunity for judicial function. So how do you qualify for it? Okay, I'm not a moron. I think you just have to do the right shit and follow the Constitution and law. I don't know. Okay, so you can add so we added the judge's property to the lawsuit, and we added the LLC, and then we sued the judge. Well, the Attorney General came down. We whacked the Attorney General's ass with the demand to strike because none of the asses had foreign agent registration qualification. And so they had to sit down. Then they brought in 2 more attorneys from Missouri. I was in Kansas. And these attorneys from Missouri came in. They said we didn't serve them, the corporation. So we didn't properly whatever. And they put the judge's name up here. And then Best LLC, whatever, Bestco LLC. Well, they didn't put Bestco LLC. They put the judge's name because they were trying to make a point. So we struck their shit too, and we let them know that we're not attorneys. We don't have shit to do with that fake shit that they do. I'm not a corporation. A corporation don't have arms or legs and can't sign a damn thing for anybody, and that's why we had the judge's name to that shit, and we had the attorney, whatever. Okay, now here's the thing. Here's what I told them. You idiots put the judge's name on there, on this document that you filed against me, and I got the judge's name on mine. Okay, so the judge's property shows that there's 39 residents. So I went and looked. It looks like law offices to me. And it doesn't look like there's 39 different offices. Now, I didn't go. I had my YouTube shirt on. I was filming, and I'm not the right color to fit in over there. And they probably kind of know me. I think all the attorneys over there up in the city, under Lawrence or whatever. So, So I didn't go double check, but I went back and got on the internet and pulled it up in the county clerk's office. And it says there's 39 residents. But I just left the damn place, and it looks like they're commercial businesses, law offices. So I don't understand how it could be listed on the internet as residences when it's, and if there's some value, some illegal value. Let me drink my tea. If there's some illegal value that the judge is receiving from having her property listed as residential instead of commercial. I don't know. I'm just asking. Okay, but here's the thing. Look that shit up. And then add the judge's property on there. Add the judge's assets to the shit. Add the prosecutor's property. Prosecutor's the one that you want to make, pay for what you've been dealing with. Add her ass right on there. I'm a freak, and we don't play. We don't play. Add her ass on there, the $50 million or whatever. So what happens when you add a bar member to their own shit? I don't know. Everybody act like this is complicated. What happens when you add a bar member to some badass shit? Or all of them. And the state. And the Supreme Court. And the Association and Registration of Deeds office. Or the land bank. There's a land bank that sells your shit. What happens when you add their asses Oh, wait, they're plaintiffs. Oh, yeah? You can add plaintiffs. You can add plaintiffs to their shit just like they add defendants to shit for us when they start paying snitches to lie. There you go. You don't have to sit back and take their shit. You want to make them pay for what they did to you, or what they were doing, or what they did, or what they think they want. Yeah. Okay, so I joke around a lot, whatever. When you file the first document up in their face, you will see. You'll see why I joke around. Because we can. When you bring the fire, you can play around if you want to. I think so. I don't know. Nobody kicking my people's ass if they do the shit right. So that is the Prosecutor Eliminator package. You guys get a look at the front page. I'm going to make a new video for the people that invest in the package and show you the whole entire, all of the pages. But we can cut out some of the stuff in this one because hopefully you watch this one already. So we can just get right to the ching-chang. Thank you guys for the value of sharing your time. If you're facing this problem, you better get the hell in there and get this shit, because it's on sale right now until the first of the year, and then I didn't want to hear it. Are you at risk of losing your property? Is the legal system pushing you into the foreclosure process? You don't need to hire an expensive attorney to fight back. With my foreclosure fraud lawsuit package, you can protect your property investments without draining your bank account. At Procedural Legal School, I've been helping people like you stop the foreclosure process for years. Most homeowners don't even know their rights or the loophole in the foreclosure process. That's exactly what the foreclosure attorneys are counting on. My foreclosure fraud lawsuit package exposes the illegal processes the banks and the attorneys use after you leave the signing table. You'll learn how to crush their case before you have to show up to court. There's 6 critical pieces of information missing from the foreclosure contract that the attorneys filed in court. When you reveal them, you stop the court process. One of the things is that you and the lender agreed that alleged mortgage loan would be done according to the GAAP accounting principles, which are the federal banking laws. And the bank can't say that they did them according to the GAAP accounting principles because they didn't. They can't say they didn't because they'd be admitting that they violated federal law. This package shows you how to expose these violations step by step. Now you can take control of the foreclosure even before it begins. Homeowners across the country are using the foreclosure fraud lawsuit package to stop foreclosures, avoid sheriff sales, and keep their property. No attorney is required. Here are some of the testimonies and insights from some of the people who benefit from using this package.
My name's Ashley. I wanted to play that clip because one day I hope to hear those words soon. After getting his document, Demand to Strike, very detailed, very on point. I've only been watching his videos for like 3 months, and I feel like I've been studying for years.
Now, don't wait until it's too late. Click Add to Cart button now and get started. Protect your home, protect your rights, and fight back without an attorney.